Hi, everyone. Hello. I am so cold. I'm actually going to grab something to show you. Come with me. Come with me to a world of something imagination. Hello. Hi. My name's Kate. It's -2. Oops. That was not good. Cooper. Want to come over here and talk? Come over here. Come sit with me. Hi, Mackenzie. Let's talk about the cold. So I'm going to tell you all something about the cold. Something about the cold. Let me grab what I just dropped. I'm going to tell you a true story. So I used to work for PBS, and I would have meetings with people all around the United States. And so, if you worked in a setting with meetings, there's always like a 1 minute just chit chat at the beginning of the call where you just like talk about nothing, like, how are you? And in the Midwest, our number one conversation is the weather. How's the weather? How's the weather? And so we had this contract with this company called GrandPad. Have you guys ever heard of GrandPad? And they were in California. And so we would talk to them all the time. And finally, one day, someone on the phone said, the weather's always nice here. You don't need to ask us about the weather. And I burst out laughing, and I was like, well, what do you mean? What do we talk about? And they're like, it's always sunny here. It's always nice. We don't talk about the weather. And I laughed so hard. I just thought that everyone talked about the weather. Just real quick. It is cold everywhere. I think that is true. I had a call this morning, a book call with Carrie and Adrian, and I hopped on 2 minutes late. We talk every Monday about our book. Woo-hoo. I'm going to share this with you. And I heard Carrie say that it's 8 degrees, and Adrian's like, she's in North Carolina, and she's like, oh my God, that's so cold. And our high was -9 at the time. And oh yeah. Burr. It's so cold. I'm just going to talk about it a little bit more. It's so cold, and it's so miserable, and I don't know why we live here, and I don't know what we're supposed to do with ourselves. There's nothing to do outside. We're stuck inside. Okay. I'm done. It's just awful. And tomorrow is supposed to be worse, so we're going to have one more terrible day. Cooper, come sit with me. Come on. We can talk about your movies. Elmo movie. Lots and lots of trains. PBS Kids. Well, Robin, my kids don't have school. Well, I guess Cooper does, but 3 of my kids don't have school tomorrow. They were off for an in-service day. So at this point, if it gets canceled for Cooper, it doesn't even really matter because we're already home. Hi, Scott. Oh, Appleton. I love Appleton. So I just made a cup of coffee. Not that I really even wanted the caffeine, but it's so cold. Okay, I have lots of things. I thought I would just hop on. I have not done a live for so long. I thought I would just come on and chat. First thing I'm going to tell you is someone in our house has been sick and since Christmas, on and off. I feel like we're like just like high-fiving back and forth, like who's going to be sick next. And I don't know how to like get it out of our home. I just don't understand why it won't stop. And it sort of went from like gastro to cold to fever to cough to like, and it hit me hard. I think the only one that stayed healthy is Jamie, which he is just lucky. And Sawyer. I guess Sawyer and Jamie have not really been sick. But I've been sick for about a week, and I'm sort of entering this like depressive funk. Just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I think I'm gonna maybe get back to the gym. Maybe just my body is like, I don't know, something. I don't know. I haven't had I've totally cut alcohol out. Not that I was a big drinker anyways, but I've cut alcohol out. And so when you get to the age of 41, where I am, I've noticed like if I even had one drink, I just slept like garbage. And my sleep is so precious because so many little humans that need so much from me. So I just was like, I'm done. And I've been sleeping a lot better, which is great. I don't have to, that's the funny thing about I don't have to even worry anymore. Like I know I'm going to get good sleep. So I'm thankful for that. But now I just have to get healthy. Like even just like talking to you, I'm getting like totally snuffly again. Weird. I didn't have pneumonia, but I thought it was like in my chest. And I was just like, I cannot have something. I have too many people that depend on me. I just can't. There is a sauna at our gym, and I haven't been to the gym in a year. But Jamie and Sawyer went, and they went in the sauna. Just being sick is depressing. That's just, for me, it is. It's like my brain is fine. I want to do all the things, but I can't. Yeah. So I thought I would tell you all the Lego story because I have the giggles over it. So I have 4 kids. My oldest is Cooper. He's 14. Sawyer, what are you doing?
I'm going to see if my card and my check.
You get in the mail? You should bring your hockey stuff in so it can thaw.
I already did.
Where is it?
Well, my stick. I got my stick.
I would bring your hockey stuff in. Sawyer has his first playoff game tonight. Whoop, whoop. And we're playing a team that we lost to, aren't we? Yeah. So if everyone could just do like a thumbs up. Good well wishes for little Saucy. We'll see how he does. They're playing a team they lost to, so. Okay, so I have 4 kids, and meaning that I have been like immersed in the trenches of parenting for 14 years.
There's nothing in the mailbox.
Oh.
President's Day.
Yeah, it's President's Day. But you think there'd be something in there from, I don't know.
My check.
What are you looking for?
My check. I got my stick.
We have this check debacle. So is it 2 years ago?
Yes.
2 years ago, Jamie's mom gave Sawyer a check for what?
120.
No.
125. Oh,
Okay.
for his birthday.
For his birthday. And we weren't able to cash it. What was the reason?
Because my dad lost it.
It was mailed to Sawyer. He didn't have an account. We were going to make him an account. All this. It was like all this stuff. This is 2 years ago. The check ended up getting lost. Like just lost. Sawyer forgot about it. And then like every time Sawyer's not a big money guy, but then he'll want money. And every time that happens, he's like, where's that check? And Jamie found it. Jamie found the check from 2 years ago in a drawer. And so he called his mom, and his mom, Grandma Svensson, is sending a new one for Sawyer. So he is monitoring the mailbox, waiting for.
Well, it's made out to me.
Give the boy his money. Have any of you done that is it green light? We want to get Sawyer his own card, like a debit card, but we want to be able to fully control it because that kid has no responsibility when it comes to money. But we want to start teaching him. So we bank at Wells Fargo, but I don't know if they have a really good option there or not.
What's up, Ready?
But yeah, we want him to have a card and start learning. Harbor, our 6-year-old, has more money sense than our 12-year-old. Isn't that funny? Harbor saves money. He's like, Harbor saves money. He shops. He just came up to me and he's like, Mom. So he's been saving. This is my 6-year-old. He's been saving for this giant Harbor. What's that dinosaur you wanted? Indoraptor? This giant Indoraptor. Come over here for a second. Oh, school just got canceled for tomorrow.
We don't have school tomorrow.
I know, but
And then there were 4.
Cooper's did. Oh, now I lost my internet. Because it got, okay. And then there were 4. Okay, Harbor, I want you to tell everyone. Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions. What dinosaur were you saving your money for?
But I don't want
I know, but what was the dinosaur?
Indoraptor.
The Indoraptor. And why did you want it?
It's as big as my T-Rex.
It's as big as a T-Rex, which is how tall? Like this tall?
Yeah. Like this tall.
He wanted this Indoraptor. And how much was the Indoraptor?
$62.
$62.
Mom, like this tall?
Yes. And how much money did you have?
52, so I'm buying something else.
Okay, so he's been saving and working. Oh, hey, you two be nice, Miss Thing.
I'm hungry.
Well, I can't help you with that.
I'm hungry.
So then he decided today he's on a big King Kong and who's the other guy?
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Look at your Godzilla. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so this is an excellent story. So he is on this big Godzilla King Kong kick. And so he managed to find a King Kong. Okay, bring it here. Let's show everyone. Okay, so is this not the ugliest creature on the planet? It's so ugly. And King Kong's so cute. But so he found a King Kong for how much?
20.
20. And how tall is it?
22. It's 13
Inches.
13 inches.
So it's not as big as the Indoraptor.
But it is big as this.
Yeah. So I think that he's going to do some shopping. And then you'll have money left over for what?
Scar King Shima.
I don't know what that is.
Shima, there's a tiny Shima that's like $10, and there's the Scar King that's $10 too. So that makes $20. I'll have enough money to buy that.
Harbor is really good with money. It's like slightly amazing to me. Come over here, Coops. We can talk about your movies.
Shopping today?
Now, Sawyer's like this. Sawyer gets money and he's like this. Can't keep it for more than 5 seconds. So isn't it funny how every kid is so different? It just makes me laugh how they're all so different. So Cooper, if you would like to talk, you can come sit by Mom. And you can come over here and we can talk about your movies. I'll pull up a chair for you. Okay, so let's tell the Lego story. So back to what I was saying is I have 4 kids, and the fact that none of my children have shoved anything up their noses or their ears or any other spot on their body is amazing to me. We are not frequenters of the ER, which if you talk to a lot, like there's this awesome family that I know, they have 3 kids and their kids, she's like, we're in the ER every other week. She's like, I can't even tell you. We just are like there all the time. My kid jumps off a swing set and like all this different stuff. We've just been really lucky. And so Cooper is now 14, and yes, he has nonverbal autism, severe autism, but he's also, we feel as if we're past most of the really dangerous parts. And if you have a child with a disability like Cooper, you know that for a lot of years he ran into traffic. He couldn't be around cars. He would walk off a dock. He would touch a stove. Just really scary things. I've shared about this for years. It's like we were trying to keep someone safe who was craving danger and didn't understand danger. It was just, but we always thought we were past that. So on Saturday, we went snow tubing in the morning. We went snow tubing. Cooper went up the tow rope. I rode him like a spider monkey up the hill. I probably one of my favorite memories of all time. Sweetheart, come over here. Here, I'm gonna share for you. Here. I would love to talk to you about your movies. Yep, come on. Come on over here, Snoopaloo. So our friend Ben turned 14. Ben has autism too. And we went snow tubing. I did not know how we were going to get Cooper up the hill because you have to hold on to the tow rope. Get over here. Press pause if you're going to be over here. Look who's here. The man, the myth, the legend. Okay. Take that. This is so loud. Good grief. What is your name? What is your name? Cooper. And my name is Mom. Would you like to tell everyone what you did yesterday? I was telling your snow tubing story. But you have to hold on to the tow rope. Like you have to grip it. And I knew that he would not be able to do it. But I wanted him to go up. And we're going to try once, right? So how'd it work? He laid on the tube, on the rope, and I rode him up like a spider monkey, didn't I? And then did we go down fast? And then he went up, so when he got to the bottom, I'm like, you're doing it again. And he said, no. And I'm like, oh, you're doing it. And up he went. Again, he rode on Dad's back. Oh, he's taking pictures right now. Okay, can I tell them first? Okay. So, okay, I'm going to tell him. Should I tell him?
Yeah.
Okay. Cooper decided to do some online shopping. Can you sit up here next to me, please? So he had a list, and I do not know who wrote the list. Was it someone at school?
Oh.
Was it Lauren?
Oh.
Was it Dad?
Oh.
Who wrote the list? No, I didn't write that list. And it said this. It said, Elmo DVD. Where is it? Do you have it? Elmo DVD. Lots and lots of Train DVD. Train DVD. PBS Kids DVD. Dora DVD. And Leapfrog DVD. 6. So it had 6 things written on it. Oh my goodness. So we went on. What did we go on? On the computer. Can you look this way and tell them? eBay. 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 We went on eBay. And we shopped. And we found almost all of his DVDs for under $2 a piece. Didn't we? And how many did you get? Do you want to show a picture? Okay. So this is the one that he really wanted. And it was in a lot of DVDs. So a lot, like 6 of them. You want to show him? Should I do it? He is so excited for this movie. It's called Steam Trains Through the Seasons. It was $187 for 6 movies. Did Mom say that was too much? And she said what? She said no. So then we had to really dig for it. And it took us a long time to find it. Don't pick, please. It took us a long time to find it. And we found it for $2. So is this going to be a good one? Are we going to watch it together? What's it about? I mean, Steam Trains, 6 films. 6. Can you show me other ones? Oh, sir. Fine. Never mind. Anyhow, so exciting. I mean, that's our life. That's like so exciting. So then we went snow tubing. To go back to the story, we went snow tubing. He went down twice. Then him and Dad and Winnie you and Dad and Harbor headed to the cabin. And me and Sawyer and Winnie stayed back for Sawyer's hockey game. Went to Sawyer's game. And then, okay, can Daddy help you go potty, sweetheart?
No, just puke in there.
Oh, Okay. Jamie, can you help her go to the bathroom? What? Oh my god. Did you hear her? Jamie. Oh, this is his train blanket. It's very cozy. Funny story, really quickly. Harbor got sick in their bedroom. Harbor and Winnie share a bedroom, and Harbor got sick and he threw up. This was like 3 or 4 days ago. And Winnie came up to me, and she's always so dramatic. She's like, "Mom, did you know that Harbor threw up in my room?" And I go, "I did." And you know what her response was? "I did not see that coming." I laughed so hard. She's so funny. Okay, how can I help, sweetheart? So that is your, why does it say Finding Cooper's Voice Amazon page? That says Steam Trains. So then Winnie and I went and watched Sawyer play hockey, and then we drove up to the cabin, which is about an hour and normally about an hour and 5 minutes. But we were coming from the hockey rink, so it was about an hour 20. And the roads were so bad. The weather, you can be all done. Do you want to be all done? Oh, you want to sit by me? Okay, you're not playing that. The roads were so bad. It was cold and snowing and blowing, and we were getting a little bit of snow. So it was just kind of a really rough drive. And got to the cabin about 7:30. You can be all done. You get it over there. You walk around. Love you. Miss you. Oh, pull this down, please. No, wait. No. Okay. Yes. And I walk in the door, and I have all this stuff that I was carrying. And then this is the interesting part of the story. This is the story. Sorry, it always takes me so long. And so Cooper is 14, and communicating pain, communicating where things hurt on his body, nearly impossible. Never happens. And so this is why parents like me are always, so overly cautious and worried and involved because, and someone actually just quoted this back to me the other day. We check Cooper's body every day for marks, bruises, bumps, chafing, scratches, bruises, everything, because communicating pain isn't something that he normally does. So I walk in the cabin at 7:30 at night, and he comes up to me, and he stood like right here, and he goes, "Ow." And I'm like, "Oh, does your nose hurt?" Like, we've all sort of had these colds, and often when I have a cold, my nose gets kind of raw on the inside. And so I just was like, "Is your nose hurt on the inside?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Well, when I get upstairs, I'll get some Vaseline and I'll put it in there." And went back out, got another load of stuff, and I carried it up the stairs. And the way our cabin, it's this little teeny little cottage. If you're in the kitchen, you're basically in the bathroom. It's like, like right there. And he comes up to me again and he goes, "Ow." And I'm like, "Oh yes, I'll get the Vaseline. 1 second." And this is where I could not believe how smart he is. He turns the light onto the bathroom, goes up to the bathroom mirror, goes like this, lifts his nose up and goes, "Ow." And from where I was standing, I could see something orange in his nose. And I was like, I didn't even have to fully see it. I looked at him and I go, "Did you put something up your nose?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I mean, Cooper's now, again, his yeah and his ow may sound a little different, but it was like clear as day. He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You sit your butt in that chair." And he came and sat down, and I tipped his head back, and sure as shit, there is like an orange Lego. That's what I thought, but it was up his nose. So I was like, "Jamie, Jamie." I'm like, "Your son shoved a Lego up his nose." So I grabbed the tweezers. Now, secondly or third part that's equally amazing is that I would say 3 years ago, Cooper wouldn't have stopped moving. He wouldn't have let me touch him. He wouldn't let me look. He wouldn't let me, any of it. And when I cite just the biggest progress that Cooper has made over his 14 years, and I want to give hope, and the biggest reason why I share is honesty and hope around autism. He is willing to let us try and do things now, and it's a big deal. And so I grabbed the tweezers and I reached it in, and then I got nervous. And I was like, I don't think that I am qualified to be rooting around with the tweezers in my kid's nose. But I tried. And then I was like, Jamie, we need something longer. And so he grabbed the pliers, the needle nose pliers. And I was like, oh my God. And so I tried once. And I got nervous. Like, I don't know. I didn't want to push it farther. I just was nervous. And so I would say we were about 25 minutes from town, and we were 25 minutes from a small Wisconsin town where we had never been to the clinic or the hospital. So this is, kind of the differences between autism and neurotypical. The first one I'll say is, I said to Cooper, I was like, go like this and blow. Cooper has never blown his nose. He does not know how. It has to do with his apraxia. So he can only suck up. And so each time I kept trying to get him to blow, he sniffed. And I was like, stop. I was like, we're not going to get this sucker higher up until it's in your brain bucket up here. So I was like, no. So if it would have been one of our other kids, I really do think they could have just blown it out, but he just can't. So I called the Amory, Wisconsin hospital, and it was funny because the woman on the phone was very sweet, but I was like, I had to make sure. So where we're located, there was like small Frederick, Wisconsin, St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin, Amory, Wisconsin, little towns. And I was like, I'm not driving 30 minutes in the snow to the hospital if they're not going to be able to see them. So I called just to make sure. That's probably having 4 kids thing. It's not like if this would have been my first a million years ago, I probably would have been like, like panicked. But there's no panicking anymore. You can't panic. So I couldn't believe it. He willingly got in the vehicle. Off we went. And I was talking to my friend Adrian on the way, and Cooper was like, ow. He kept like saying ow. And it was funny, her response, because she knows Cooper pretty well. And she goes, I've never heard him say ow to anything. That must really be bothering him. And I was like, yeah, I think it really is. And one of the lights I always shine on autism is I think so often these kids are in their own little worlds and they just can't communicate what's going on. So thankful that he was able to tell me that it hurt, trying to drive as fast as I can in the blizzard. Got to the hospital, and I could tell that they were very surprised to see a 14-year-old walk in. And, right away, I'm like, he has severe nonverbal autism. I'm like, this could be a little interesting. And I've been to the ER on 2 different accounts in the cities where we live, in the Twin Cities in Minneapolis. And you don't just walk into the hospital. It's like 10 steps before you get in. This was so small and so quaint. We were like right in the room. It was like we zipped right in there. And so the nurse tried to get his blood pressure, and that was a no-go. Like, he just does not like that. Like, he's like, no. But he sat there and he wouldn't sit still enough for her to get it. And then another nurse came in, and I said to her, I'm like, I took her aside and I said, he's sitting willingly right now, but I just would like you to know that if he does fight this, do you have other people to help me hold him down. I'm like, he's got 20 pounds on me now. I can't do this alone anymore. I can't just bear hug him. And I said, hopefully it doesn't come to that, but I just want you to know, it could. And so then there was probably about 5 minutes I waited for the doctor, and a little autism awareness. Cooper gets really silly in doctor's offices. He's come so far, but he still spins the chair and hits the keyboard and rips the paper off the table and slides the curtains and opens and shuts and lights on and lights off. And he gets more, I think he's nervous. So he gets more animated and silly and laughing. And it's not a 3-year-old anymore. It's someone who's as tall as me. And it doesn't make me nervous. Like, it more makes me frustrated. Like, where's the damn doctor? And, dude, sit down. So by the time the ER doc came in, I was like, well, he's a little worked up now. And so the doctor was like this, like, and he's like, oh, I see it. It's like right there. And I was like, indeed, sir. Indeed. Right there. And so then he goes, I need him to lay back. And Cooper was like, he got nervous because he understands. And I looked at him and I'm like, sweetheart, you need to lay back. And he was like, you need to lay back. And as a mom, just so you know, if you are ever outside looking in, one of my most stressful times as an autism mom is when people are expecting me to get him to do something. And I don't have a magic potion or trick to make it happen. I'm a really good negotiator, and he trusts me, and I'm here to keep him safe. So I was like, you need to lay back. And he was like, no. Like, you need to lay back. And I said, and then I was like this, do you want to order those 6 DVDs off eBay when we get back? And he was like, yes, laid right back. And so the doctor took out this like tool, and he was like right. I mean, it was like all the way up here, and he like pulled it out. And this is how adorable Cooper is. He pulled it out, and Cooper was like, oh, and he high-fived the 2 nurses, high-fived the doctor, high-fived me. And then he went like this. The second the doctor was done, and he high-fived everyone, he goes, oh. I laughed so hard. He's so funny. He was like, oh. And so then, Becky, for this San Antonio, please come. Yes. And no, the 325 includes the 3 days of programming, the food, the speakers, the breakouts. So the hotel's separate. And then we had to stop again at the front desk because they hadn't seen Cooper's insurance before. And I was talking to her. And so he was moving chairs. He was doing what Cooper does, spreading autism awareness, and drove home. I was so proud of him. If you live our life, I just want you to know he couldn't have done that 5 years ago. I'm telling you, he couldn't have. He wouldn't let anyone touch him. He wouldn't sit. He would have kicked. He would have hit. He would have screamed. He would have so hard. So I think the progress. And now here's and it wasn't the Lego. It was the end of a Nerf gun bullet. It was, when you look at the end of a Nerf gun, it's circle but square. Does that make sense? You know what I'm talking about. It's bright orange. That's what it was. And so then this morning, or yesterday morning, so yesterday morning, he comes upstairs, and I was like, don't put anything in your nose today. And he laughed like a fake laugh. He goes, ah, ha, 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 and hit his knee. It was so funny. It was so cute. I don't think he'll ever do that again. And I do not know why he would ever put that up his nose. That's so unlike him. Jamie thinks that he did it because I was late. Like he thinks that he was like punishing me because I was late. Cooper, why did you put that bullet up your nose? Just rolled his eyes at me. Your movies will be here in 5 days. Yeah. 5 days. 5 days. Whoop. So yeah, hilarious. Not a crisis by any means. But I was, I want to be honest. Like I can tell the story and laugh and I'm always like 5% scared that autism is going to happen. I mean, I remember I have a story I tell about Children's Hospital many moons ago and doing a sedated blood draw. And it took 7 nurses to hold him down. And I took, a back of the head to the face and just crying. There were always so many challenges. Hey, sweetheart. What do you want to know? I don't think that we're going to shop for your kingdom right now. Okay, I'll talk to you in a minute. Maybe I'll think about it, okay? Okay, love you. Okay, bye. I also do want to share that I think sometimes I come across as a good mom, but I'm really, really tired. I've been with the kids since Thursday. I've been sick. We had the ER trip, the snow tubing, the riding him up like the hill like a spider monkey. Just a lot of time together. But last night though, we had the cutest little game night. Cooper didn't play, but the rest of us played Uno and Monopoly Junior, and it was really fun. And it was we're to the point now where Sawyer and Harbor can both play, and Winnie just like bebops around with her backpacks, and Cooper sits near us. And I was just exhausted last night, and it was interesting because I did this video and I'm like, or this story, and I was like, I am gonna parent from this chair for the rest of the night. I'm reading the women. I did not want to move, and my 12-year-old's like, Mom, can we play Monopoly now? And he's 12. I'm running out of time. Slightly dramatic, but also true. Like, we're gonna get to the point where he doesn't want to sit and play anymore. And so I told myself, I'm like, yeah, we can play Monopoly. And then he asked to watch a movie. He wanted to watch The Great Outdoors. The Great Outdoors is one of our family movies that we watch. It's so funny. And I only made it 10 minutes and I was in bed. I was like, I'm so tired. I'm so sick. Hi, Winter. That's really loud. Is that your Valentine's bag? Don't jump. Okay. Okay. The last thing I want to tell you before I hop off and get ready for. Yes, sweetheart. Your Valentine's Day bag broke, honey. Can you carry it like this? The handle broke. I got a box in the mail. I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday. And I opened it up and it was 10 copies of the book. And this comes out April 1. And I just wanted to make sure you all have pre-ordered it. Right now, there's 600 of you watching it. If all 600 of you pre-order this book, my publisher would be real happy with me. And I could tell Adrian and Carrie that I sold 600 copies of this book. It's called Autism Out Loud. There's Kate and Cooper, Carrie and Jack, Amos and Adrian. I'm going to put a link on here as soon as we're done. I'm going to put 2 links. I'm going to put a link to this on Amazon, and then I'm going to put a link to this on Valley Bookseller. So if you want a signed copy, order from Valley Bookseller. It's the same price. But if you want a signed one, order it from them. But look at, I know. Amanda, I'm going to share the link as soon as I hop off. So just look in 1 second. But it's called Life with a Child on the Spectrum from Diagnosis to Young Adulthood by Kate, Carrie, and Adrian. I am so excited for you to read this. I didn't know it was coming in the mail on, was it Wednesday or Thursday? And when I opened this, I just screamed because I'm so proud. So I'm going to share I'll share a link for you in 1 second. And if you want to come see us, we are going to be visiting Stillwater, Minnesota, Austin, Texas, Buffalo, New York, and Naperville, Illinois. Hopefully Raleigh too, but we would love to see you. Thank you to everyone that pre-ordered. You may be wondering, like, why is it such a big deal? Pre-orders determine everything for us. So it determines if we get on the Today Show. It determines if Amazon buys more copies of our book. It determines if we get to be speakers somewhere. The New York Times list, which is so important. I would love to make that, you guys. I would love to make that. I didn't with Forever Boy. It means a lot. So, and yes, if you wanted to order one and donate it to your library or give it to a teacher, please pre-order it if you have any intention of reading it. So I'm going to share that link for you right now. Yay. Thank you, everyone. Okay. I'm going to hop off and get ready for Sauce's game. I hope everyone has a wonderful night and stay warm. The audiobook recording is done. It's all done. We all recorded our own parts, which was awesome. Yeah, it was so great. Sarah, I'm coming to St. Cloud in, I think, March 28th. I'll be in St. Cloud. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Have a great night. Bye, guys.